What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Pretenders or Contenders Coaches Show. I'm your host, Coach Devon Powell, head football coach, Law High School, assistant basketball coach of your reigning Maryland 4A state champions in basketball. I'm here with my co-host here tonight, and as always, the hardest working man in podcast land, my guy, Midnight Rider. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. How you feeling today, man?
Hey, man, it's a good day. Got a good show. Hopefully we got a good football game starting up in a little bit, man. And, you know, I'm feeling good. My boys went 2-0 on the West Coast. As you see the logo in the background, lit up for you.
I don't know what you're talking about, Coach. I can't see that part of your screen. I apologize.
Hey, man. So we appreciate everybody for checking in today, man. We got a great show lined up today. We got in the list on the show for today, we got the new head coach at Riverdale Baptist, Coach Dameon Powell, formerly of Flowers High School. He'll come in and talk about the new gig. We also got Coach Stephen Marshall, the new head coach at Bladensburg High School. We'll bring him in to talk about his program and what he got lined up for his new program this year and this season. And then we're going to finish it off tonight with Jabrilla Bangura, defensive end, Law High School senior. He's coming on to talk about his senior season and how's his recruiting process going at this point in the year. So, you know, sit back, relax, and just be entertained for the next hour. Like I said, I'm just a coach, but I got the hardest working man in podcast land on my side. So I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining, great show for you tonight.
Yeah, you can sit back, relax, and let yourself go. Don't sweat what you heard. Yeah, I got you, Coach. I know what it is.
Yeah, I know. Hey, that's why I got you here, man. You know, you the man. All right. So if you can do me a favor, man. Look, since you're the professional, if you can do me a favor, man, let the folks out here know where they can find the shows at.
Oh, of course.
After the show.
So when you wake up tomorrow and you wake up and you see the light of day and you come to being comfortable with where you are in the space that you are in, you will wake up at 9 a.m. and you will see that this audio version of this show will be available to you on Our Heart, Odyssey, all the different platforms. If you can get a podcast, it's going to be there for you, and we're going to be there with you. And then if you don't want to be stuck in the audio version of this, and you want us as a physical version video, you can come to YouTube. Make sure you click like and subscribe, because the visual version of this is always available to you. And you put in Pretenders and Contenders, and you get us, these pretty faces on your screen, wherever you want to use, whether it's your cell phone, whether it's your laptop, whatever it is, you get us live and in living color. So there you go.
Live and in living color. And he was talking about his pretty face because that ain't me. But hey, let's go ahead and get right into it. I just saw a comment come through midnight. I gotta address this real quick. Because the boss BJ just checked in and he got I guess he got a complaint about my Duke light back there, right? So I'm gonna point it out, make sure everybody can see it. Best team in college basketball right now. All right, man. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I wanted to, we had Coach John Kamara on last week from Bladensburg High School basketball coach and part of the Basketball Coaches Association. And, since it's winter season now, man, I just want to highlight some of our things that we got going on in the county for basketball, man, and just give everybody an update on the current standings in PG County after another great week of basketball. It was highlighted with a big matchup between Flowers and Wise this past week, Thursday night, which Flowers was actually the winner of that game, that matchup. Two of the top teams in PG County, but right now in our 4A standings, we got Flowers at 12-0, Bowie at 8-5. Bowie is who the Spartans lost to on Thursday night. We had the gentleman Jack from In the Passenger Seat podcast in the house that night, man, and it's a good game, good close game. My Spartans are still trying to find their identity, and we just fell short. Final score was 56-51. So Bowie's sitting at 8-5 right now. Wise is 7-3. Roosevelt is 7-5. Bladensburg High School is at 6-6. Law, my squad, is currently at 5-8. Duval High School is at 4-5. High Point is 3-4. Parkdale is 2-8. Northwestern is 1-8. And Suitland is 1-11 right now. Over to the 1A, 2A, 3A standings. Gwynn Park continues to roll. They're currently at 11-2. Fairmont Heights is at 9-3. Surrattsville is at 8-4 right now. Largo continues to have a strong season as well. They're at 8-4. Potomac is at 8-4. CMIT North is 7-4. Douglas High School is 6-4. Oxon Hill right now is 6-6. CMIT South, after a strong year last year, struggling a little bit this year, but they're at 3-7. Friendly is at 2-8. Crossland's at 2-9. Central's at 2-9. And College Park Academy is at 1-7. So that's your current PG County standings for basketball. 4A and then 1A, 2A, 3A standings.
I don't know, Coach. The coach from Blade may not want to come back on the show because he's like 0-2 since he's been on. So
yeah, well, they had a tough showing, tough couple of games. They had a tough week, but they got a nice squad over there, so I'm sure they're gonna be fine.
They're gonna bounce back.
Yeah, they're gonna bounce back. So Coach John, don't shy away from the show, brother. You good? Don't do that. All right. So we'll go into our 1A, 2A, 3A player of the week. And this week we have Makai Mason from Fairmont Heights High School. And I think Makai plays football as well. I think he plays on the football team as well over there at Fairmont. But Makai had a great week this week. He averaged a triple-double this week. 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists as they went 3-0 this week. And they defeated Surrattsville, which was a tough team. They also beat Bowie. And I can't remember who else they played this week, but that was a good week for them, man. And the average of triple-double, my man was out there balling. So congrats to Makai Mason, Fairmont Heights. And then we got a back-to-back winner in the 4A. All right, Deion Walker from Wise High School, number 5. He's the player of the week for the second week in a row. Let's see, last week he averaged 29 points and 9 rebounds. And in that huge matchup they had against Flowers, he had 33 points and 13 rebounds in the loss. So congrats to those guys, man, for being an outstanding performance this week on the basketball court. It's not easy to average a triple-double and on any level, man. But for Makai to average a triple-double for Fairmont, that's a big accomplishment there.
For sure.
Good job to those players there. Man, I don't know what's going on, why I can't get that. Okay, there we go. Let's see why I couldn't get that off of there.
I
All
got
right.
you.
Okay, appreciate it. For my Spartans, like I said, we went 1-1 last week, defeated River Hill last Monday night, as we talked about last week. Then lost to Bowie in a close matchup at the 300 on Thursday. This week coming up, we got Parkdale High School tomorrow away, so we're going down there to play them. And then on Thursday we got Suitland, the Rams, coming into the 300. Um, and so we looking to go 2-0 this week. But we got to play ball. We got, like I said, we still trying to find our identity, but hopefully we don't have no hiccups this week as we get closer and closer to playoff time.
So, Coach, real quick, I
Uh-huh.
love what you just said about finding your identity. What do you think your identity is, and what are your guys playing to?
It's very rare that I don't have an answer for you,
I know.
but I don't have an answer for you from this one. Um, we 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 just don't have an identity right now.
You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find yourself.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool. That's why
we
I asked
trying
the
to
question.
find ourselves, man. We
Yeah.
when you lose 8 seniors, and then your top returning player, didn't have grades in the second quarter. I mean, after the first quarter, so we'll be without him until third quarter grades come out. That's 9 players that you done lost off of last year's state championship team. So it's a struggle. It's a
Okay.
struggle right now. So we'll find it sooner or later. But I was trying not to put too many explicits out.
No, you good. You handled yourself well in that conversation, bro, Coach.
Got you. Got you. All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and keep on moving. Like I said, I know we got the big game coming on tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my guy, Coach Dameon Powell, the new head coach at Riverdale High School. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, man. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Happy to be here, man. Happy to have the man with the plan joining us tonight.
All right, how you doing? How you doing, man?
We good,
To
man.
be here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. So I sent you a message the other day, man. But again, congratulations on the new gig.
Appreciate it.
And you're one of my guys, so I'm rooting for you.
Yes, sir. I
All
appreciate
right,
that.
go ahead and do your thing over there, man, and just talk to the people, man. Let us know how this came about, man, and what you got going on over there at Riverdale.
Yeah, man. It was just one of those things. Everybody knew everything that happened at Flowers, and that's one of those things where I did not want or wasn't even looking to be moving or leaving, and I felt like we built something very special there, and we did. But I think it was time, after going through everything there and just seeing the writing on the wall of, all these, things coming into play, uh, you know, from left to right, just happens to come into play for some reason. But I think it was time to move. It was time to make another move. And honestly, I got a call from Riverdale. And I think it was definitely a spot that I really was interested in. And after I get into some information about it and start reading up on it, and asking around, I think, man, it made a lot of sense. And so not only that, I'm PG County born and raised, been here for all my life, and live right here in Bowie, Maryland. So it's still driving distance, maybe 10 miles maybe. So it was just something that made really good sense, and I get to stay in the county that I love and coach football, thing that I love to do.
So in this move that you made, like, what was the reason? We'll say it that way. Without you having to get into too much of the dirt, what was the reason for what made the move happen?
Well, one of the reasons was
PG version, the PG
PG
version.
versions. I was suspended, as everybody know, and I was suspended for not only 1 year but 2 years.
Okay.
So it was just one of those things where you could just see the writing on the wall. Just something that I
Right.
guess I wasn't welcome here in the county as far as Prince George County football anymore, as far as athletics, and it was just time to move on to something, that where I can spread my wings a little bit more and do what I do. So Riverdale Baptist is a great school, but outside of that, it's independent. So I can kind of do anything that I plan that I want to do in a way, in a sense, it's like without all the rules. So it works out, and we get to develop and build a program again because they didn't do so well as last year. So we can build it up from the bottom up again and make it a powerhouse just like we've done everywhere else.
Okay.
Actually, now that you have moved on to Riverdale, we'll talk more about that coming up. But let's touch back on your years at Flowers, man. You had a nice nine-year run at Flowers, man, and I know the school meant a lot to you. You had a close relationship with the principal there, and the
Absolutely.
staff and the students, man. So just talk about your time, at Flowers, man, and all the children that I ain't even gonna say you touched their lives, but they touched your life.
Hey, man, absolutely, man. It was I've been there for 9 seasons. When I first came to Flowers, man, it was 4-6. It was, they was in and out of head coaches, and I came in and met with Dr. Brown, and we had a conversation, and we interviewed for the job, and man, it was just on and popping since, and being able to start my first year there. We went 6-4 first time in the playoffs, and then after that 10-0 regular season. And we just, the program just launched out, and we was able to get a lot of student athletes in the school with scholarships, Division I scholarships, 1AA, D2, and averaging about 18 signees a year, and it was just something special, that we enjoyed doing, giving back to the community. We had everybody rallying behind us and supporting us, and sponsorships and everything just moving in the right direction. So when you bring a lot of that touch the community, bring a lot of the student athletes, putting them in school, and having a 3.3 GPA, team GPA, a lot of great things happen. Of course, with a lot of great things, you have a lot of haters as well, and I think that's how everything just transpired. Is just wow, what are they doing over there type of deal. So, but man, we have some great teams, some great young men come through here. They are doing excellent. We just had one of our old players just transfer out, went to South Carolina. Now he's at Alabama this year. And so it's just, these guys, they come out of Flowers with a great education. They come out ready, prepared for college football, prepared for life. And that's the biggest thing, is about mentoring our young men, turning them into young men and into men. You know what I mean? So that's just, just thinking back, it was something that I loved. I didn't want to leave. Actually, I got a son that's there in 9th grade right now at Flowers. He's wrestling. So, I mean, it's just, it's my backyard. I stay 5 minutes from the school. It's just something that it was just, a perfect fit. So it's just hard. It was hard for me to leave, but it's only coaching. I'm still working there.
So how do you find the balance of being a dad of a freshman, but being a coach of another team? Like, where's that place, and where's that gravity that you have to find?
I mean, yeah, it is tough, because what you do is you see yourself giving a lot more energy and time than the other kids, and he sees that, and what I'm saying, so you got to find a way to spend more time with your own. And so, and a lot of times when you do spend time with your own, they don't want to listen to you. They want to listen to somebody else anyway. So, but it's really, what? I enjoy waking up, driving him to school every day. You know what I mean? We having our little time, even if it's a silent drive to school, it makes the world to me. And so, him wrestling. And so I was a wrestling coach too, as well. And wrestled in high school. So I'm able to teach him a little bit of wrestling as well as he goes through goes through wrestling. And he's a 4.0 student, so I don't have to worry about academics or anything with him. He's kind of got his own discipline in the academic field. So it's just great to, spend some time with him. But it's very hard, dealing with, all the young men that you touch every day, and then less time with him at home.
Gotcha.
Yeah, somebody who I coach my own son from when he was in youth ball all the way up through high school, man. Is one of those things where, it's a difficult balance that you got to find. And, it can cause some stress and strain on the family. But just got to make sure you're just trying to put all you can into whatever they got going on. Luckily, my son played football as well. So, it's kind of easy for me to be around them more, but it's difficult, man. It's very hard to do. And just like you, I had a good son too, man, that I ain't have to get on him about his homework and all that stuff. I ain't never had to worry about grades. So that made it a lot easy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're in their own thing. They kind of in cruise control. They know, when and how to do things, and you don't have to worry about the academic part. Just got to make sure they're doing, not spending all their time on video games and things of that nature. But outside of that, once they start learning how to train, be disciplined in training and seeing, I just make sure that for my son that, that he gets out there and he trains. He loves to sing. He's a music guy. He sings. If that's your passion, put 110 in that. You know what I mean? Make sure you're practicing and giving you all there. And, that's what it's all about for me.
Right. So looking forward now that you're over there at Riverdale, man, and I know it's been pretty much like a week now since you've been in the head over there. So what you got planned for the program? Like you said, they're coming off a tough year last year. They lost a lot of coaches last year as well, and some kids had left from there. So what you got planned for the program going forward?
Dominate, man. I only know one way how to do things, man. So once I get in, I go in, with a mindset where we just gonna be the best in everything we do. So I don't know many people that's on the roster. I did know the coaches, a couple coaches from last coaching staff. I had an opportunity to talk to them, but we're going in this thing, pretty much with an open mind and just blank and just start building from the bottom up. I mean, that's just how you do it. I'd rather do it that way. It's the only way I'd rather do it anyway, because we can put everything in place that you want and make sure that you get whoever you want in, and then hopefully, we'll be able to grow from there. So I will have I've interviewed a lot of coaches. I have a great staff coming. Oh man, we about to turn some necks, turn some heads, you know what I mean? Because we're gonna have an experienced staff. And we're gonna have to start recruiting and getting our roster together. So this year, listen, sky's the limit. But once we get our feet wet and learn all the ins and outs, I know in a couple of years, man, we're gonna probably be one of the best schools out there.
So when you're getting your feet wet, but what is the things that you stand on? What are your standards? Like what is your main thing as a coach?
There's the main thing, my main thing. Well, my core values are definitely my brotherhood, man. We really got to come together,
Okay.
Be together, have each other's back, learn each other, building relationships. I'm really big on that. I'm big on effort. Just give me everything you got, man. Just once we touch down, I need everything that's in that tank. I need everything empty. You know what I mean? Whether we practicing, whether we in the books, whether we hitting, whatever we doing, I need maximum effort. You know what I mean? So that's big for me. Toughness, attitude comes with all that, man. We instill all that stuff in toughness and attitude, and just being just having that grit. Listen, if I'm going to lead you into a game, to war, to everything, I'm going to bring it, and then you got to. And so if I'm leading you in there, you got to bring everything you got with that attitude and your toughness, and just having faith in one another, man. We're a Christian school, having faith in each other, being able to love and support and be a part of each other, man, is a big thing. So a very loyal person. I bring a lot of experience. My ultimate goal is to get our boys, with this portal is just get everybody into school that we can get in school. It's very tough these days with high school student athletes getting into school because of the portal. But we have a plan of action, I'm telling you. And so just giving them their all and never turning my back on these young men is big for me. So coming out, man, when I was in, I know everybody laughed, but back in our day, we didn't have all these trainers and people in place and things to help us when we was coming out. We have videotapes and all that. We didn't have social media. There was just a lot of little, and so now, man, it's just a different world. But in the recruiting aspect, it's getting for high school is just really getting tough for our high school kids. So now we got to have a different approach to the game, and then that's what Riverdale Baptist is going to bring, a different approach. So we get to have spring ball. Spring ball is going to be huge, getting the spring evaluation in front of coaches, and that's going to be another huge thing that we're going to be able to get done. But just to answer your question, man, with the brotherhood, effort, attitude, toughness, faith, just the standard, and hold these guys accountable. That's what it's all about.
And you brought back a memory when you talked about the our highlight tapes back in the day, because I remember these cats, they can put together a highlight tape in 5 minutes.
What?
Man, you had to go put in the VHS and take it out and cut it up and all kinds of stuff, man. It took me like 3 weeks to put together my highlight tape back in 97.
You ain't lying, and it was bad quality.
Yeah, and it was bad quality. Right about that. All right, man. So I know you said, you wanted to be out of here for kickoff time, man, to watch the game, man. But before you go, man, I gotta ask you, man, what's your message, man? You want to leave back to your PG County brothers, man, and a word of advice for we got Coach Stephen Marshall on deck, the new coach of Bladensburg. What's some advice you got for him and some of the other younger cats that's looking to coach in our county?
Man, in the county, especially in PG County, man, first, man, build relationships in the building. Okay, give it all your important stakeholders in your building. Build relationships. Okay, recruit your building hard. Make sure that you go around and recruit every young man or whoever that you want on your team that wants to play. Recruit them hard. Give them an opportunity to showcase their talents. Evaluate them. Making sure you leave nothing unturned. You make sure you know what you're dealing with. Have a good coaching staff and support staff that supports you. Have everything in order where you can get everything and maximize everything from that building, man. Enjoy football, man. Make sure you can't lie to the student athletes. These kids these days, they know what if you're not telling them the truth. They know if you're not giving them your all. You cannot, sugarcoat these things. So if you're gonna go in it 110%, because what you put in is what you're gonna get out. If you have do it, you're gonna get half results. So just make sure you handle it that way.
All right, coaches.
All right.
Give me 30 seconds, because you said so much of standard being the standard, and that's a Mike Tomlinism. So what is something that is your standard that you stand on in the belief with dealing with your kids?
Well, man, listen, we always stand on beating it, but listen, man, just just giving y'all every day, getting better every day, doing everything right when nobody's looking, like being the best young man that you can be. We just want, especially moving on in life, we want quality, character, good young men. You know what I mean? So, making sure you're doing everything to the best of your ability to be the best person in life, man. That's going to be great. That's going to do you well in football, but also in life. So just making sure you're doing everything. So just standing on everything, holding yourself accountable, being a peer leader, the ones that have teams that have, peer led teams are your best teams, making
Right.
sure that you know what I mean. So it's just having those leaders in your room is very important. So just holding yourself accountable with all everything that we putting in place and just giving us your all, man, at every time. Because that's big for me. Just making sure that you emptying that tank and doing everything right and protecting the organization.
Appreciate that, Coach.
No doubt.
All right, just real quick, a couple of comments. Coach Marcus say he got the new gear on already. Coach Jerome said that gold look good. It don't look as
Yes,
good as that
sir.
300 gold though. 300
Nah.
gold look a little bit better. Coach Mitch checking in. Coach Mitch said, "Do you think all public schools are treated equally in PG County?"
That's a no.
You said that specifically too.
She know what she was doing.
She already knows. She tried to stir the pot up a little bit. No,
Yeah.
no. The answer is no.
Look, she'll be back on next week. We're gonna get her answer to that next week.
For sure.
Coach Marcus said, "Love the vision."
Appreciate that. Appreciate that much.
My wife checking in. She said, "Congrats, Coach."
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get to the game, man.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you having me on, man. It's a great.
Hold on, Coach. Before you go, who you got?
Yeah.
Who you got tonight?
Man, you know what? Growing up, man, I love Miami, man. I love Miami. They have some great players. But I think Indiana's going to win this game tonight. I just think Coach got them going in the right direction.
Okay. Thank you, Coach, for your
Yeah,
time.
27 years old. They all 27 years old.
No doubt.
All right, man. We appreciate your time, man. And you're always welcome on the show, brother. So good luck, man.
Yes,
and we'll be talking.
All right, now. Take care.
All right.
All right.
All right, that's Coach Dameon Powell, former coach at Flowers High School, now the new coach at Riverdale Baptist High School. And we if we wasn't on the time constraint, we could have went a lot more into that conversation. But I'll leave it at that. That'll be a conversation for another day.
For sure.
All right, but we're gonna keep on rolling. We got our next guest on the air. We got Coach Stephen Marshall, the new head football coach at Bladensburg High School. What's going on, Coach?
What's up? What's up, guys? How you feeling, man? What's going on? Thank you for having me.
Nah,
hey, man,
pleasure
no
having
problem,
you, man.
No problem at all, man. And I'm glad you was able to listen in to Coach Powell, man, and hear some words of advice that he got, man, for you coming into the season, man. Coach Powell.
Taking notes.
Coach Powell's my guy, man, and I'm rooting for him over there at Riverdale, man. And like I said, we still got a better gold over here at the 300. But what's going on, Coach? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I do want to open up with saying, Coach Powell, congratulations on picking that up. We talked on Instagram as well, but wanted to say that over the air, man. Great work in getting that job, and I know he'll turn it around. But feeling great, man. Just glad to get things rolling. Came out of the holiday break, hitting the ground running at the stable, and we're gonna make it happen, man.
Yeah, man. So let's give us a little background, man. A little background on your coaching experience, man. Your coaching journey, man, and what led you to Bladensburg High School.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Been coaching for a little while, man. Probably not as experienced as a lot of the other coaches in the market, but I've been doing it for 17 years. I started at the little league level. I was at the Boys and Girls Club over there in Sixth District, the Raiders. Man, we was there for about 5 or 6 years, and man, what an amazing experience! And the thing about that experience was that it allowed me to understand the underworkings and the inner workings of the football business, dealing with Pop Warner and the charter moving and all the different changes, and dealing with the under provisioned and in a poverty situation when it comes to that sixth district area in Southeast. We dealt with a lot of different things that had to help them kids navigate life in a different way. And then taking that experience on with Coach Bevel at McNamara High School for a couple years, that was an amazing experience too, because it was the other side of the spectrum, right? So now you go from a space where you had kids that didn't have, now you're going into a space where you have kids that have maybe more than they should, right? and
Right.
um and you're dealing with a different mentality, right? These kids, some of them didn't have to play football to get out of their situation. It was more of a luxury rather than a need. So we were, the coaching style had to be different than just learning the high school game. Then I took a sabbatical and then came back to Beacon House and had some good times over there with my guys, and then landed a job over at Douglas with Monty and Coach P, man, and had a great time learning from Coach Bill and Coach Sonny. Man, so much information of those Hall of Famers, just taking notes all day, and then I just was like, you know what, I think it's about that time. So we ended up applying, and here we are, man. We standing right here wearing that maroon and gold.
Yeah, Coach, first and foremost, I'd like to apologize to you for the fact that you had the slum at the time, Bishop McNamara. It's not a good school. I understand that you may not understand the great things that are. Like if you had like a little green and gold in your life, if you went to
Oh
the
man.
girl and you understood what 333 means to people, like
So
it'd be a
I'm
different
I'm
place.
DC I'm DC born and raised, man. So I done spent some time over there off North Capitol and all. I know I know it really well. I
Hey,
know it really well. And my man Malcolm Battle over there got them rolling with
yes,
Coach O and all of them. So I
yes.
know what's happening. Don't I know what's happening.
Hey,
I know what's
Coach
happening.
Marshall. Coach Marshall. Look, he talked about that green and gold, but you see what his logo in the background got, right? So
Hey, you got
he done been then pulled over to the dark side. He's now with the 300 now. So don't even listen to him when he talk that curl, man.
he just got it got to be where his feet at, right, Coach?
Right, right.
So seriously, Coach. You talked a lot about your journey. So in your journey, like what was the moment that like made you feel like this was the right thing for you to do? Like this was your purpose, this is your being, this is your why.
I as a man of faith and having a heavy spirit when it comes to listening to what God is telling me to do and the direction that He's pulling me in. My pillars. I heard you talking to Coach Powell about his pillars. My pillars is God, family, education, and football. And when I look at my pillars, where I pray consistently and I meditate on that word consistently, and when you get into a situation and you start to notice the good fruit of the labor that you're
Mm,
putting out, you start to realize that you're actually called to do something greater than what you thought you were called to do. I'd have done many of things, man. I've been in sales. I had a long sales career, 25 years of sales career. I was in the music industry for a while, and everything that I was doing, I was impacting people's lives, but it was for self gain. And I realized that once I made that switch and that light turned on, it was that time. It was ready to go. I was like, God, let's do this. And that's how we ended up at Bladensburg, because I just prayed on it, man. I just said, Lord, if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, the doors, the windows, the gates, and everything will open for it to happen. And we sitting in this seat, brother. So I'm blessed.
amen.
All right, man. Look, and I'm anybody tell you, man, I'm a straight shooter. But I want to see the entire county do good, man. I'm PG County,
Yeah.
born and raised, man, and um, I graduated from law back in '97, man. So I want to see the whole county win, except for when we line up in between those lines. I'm trying to come out with the victory, but man, when you take a job that's up here on the north side of the county, it's a struggle, and we have our own challenges up here. It's a different demographic up here on the north side, so you have to deal with that. And I'm talking about schools such as Bladensburg, Duval, Law. Northwestern, High Point, Parkdale. It's a challenge, man. So you stepping into a job where you're gonna have to put your blinkers on and you're gonna have to dive in, man, because it's gonna be a challenge, man. And you said one thing about praying on this and allowing God and allowing faith to drive the decision. Guide you and lead you where you're gonna be at, man. And I'm just giving you a word of advice, man. Stay in that mode. Stay in that mode, letting God lead you, man, and just drown out all the outside stuff, man. For me, when I took on the job at Law, it was a little up and down, when I was the JV coach, a little up and down, a couple of winning seasons, but nothing real significant. And but for me, it was different because I was born and raised there. So it was like, okay, no doubt I want to go in and coach the school. But from an outsider looking in, like, why would you want to go coach Law? Like, you don't have the facilities at that time. We didn't have the facilities, they're struggling on the football field. So, I'm just giving you word of advice right now before I ask my question. Just stay in that lane of letting God guide you, man, and don't let the outside noise distract you from anything. Because you're in a tough situation. But if you stay focused on your goal, you're gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Thank you for that,
So
Coach. I appreciate that.
no problem, no problem. Now my question is, you know, Bladensburg is coming off a couple, tough seasons, man. Um,
Yeah.
Tough season, and like I said, up here in the north, we have challenges with numbers, getting kids out there, man. So, what's your plan? I know you've been out there talking to the alumni, and they're excited. From what I've seen, the alumni are excited. We have one in our network, Jack,
Yeah, Jack.
who's that's our guy. So, I know he's excited for you. I talked to him the other day about you, in person. But what are your plans, man? What is your goal, and how are you going to attack the challenges that you got in that building there?
Yeah, shout out to Jack. I talked to him for probably about a good hour and a half today, man. So was able to touch base with him and just enjoy the fruits of what he had to say as well. And the alumni group, thank you guys for just, taking me in and just listening to me. When we look at what we are up against, obviously the demographics are completely different than what we're used to on the south side, right? But it's not perfect on the south side of the county either, right? You're going to run into your your struggles. You're going to have your struggles. One of the things that I am extremely excited about is the way that our school is set up from an educational and a scholar standpoint, with us having the CTE programs, with us having the ability to turn them into adults that can be impactful in the community right away if college is not the way that they want to go. That's huge. I'm a graduate of Suitland High School, '04 state champion, so I understand how it feels to be a part of a winning program, but have players with you that can't do the same things with their education that some of the other kids can. They're not going to college. They're not going to maybe even a trade school. Whatever they left high school with is what they're going to create their life to be. And to see a multitude of team members and a multitude of students that I graduated with from Suitland High School still be in a space where they're using their certifications from the school at that time to create a career and to create a family and buy houses and invest and do so many different things. That's going to be the key and pivotal point for us at Bladensburg High School, is how do we make our scholar part of the scholar athlete tag more important than just the athlete tag. And then we get into what Coach Powell talked about. I think he eloquently spoke about it, but he was a straight shooter on it as well. You recruit what's in your building. It's hard to be a part of something when there's no vision. It's
Mm.
really hard. And when people don't see a why, it's tough to attach yourself to something that doesn't have a definition. So what we had to do, and what we're going to have to continue to do, is define what this logo means, define what our programs are about. Mind you, I said programs, not just football. We're talking about from soccer. They've been winning the race here at Bladensburg. So how do we pair with the soccer team to create that relationship? Because they're doing something that works, regardless of the demographic. Because they dealing with kids with 1.4s, 1.7s, 2.0s as well. So how do we see what they're doing with study hall and their academics to get their kids to the level to get it done? How do we piggyback off my man John? How do we piggyback off what he's doing with the basketball team and turning that around and creating those partnerships? So inside the building is key. Principal FJ, my amazing AD Clark, just sitting down over and over again every day. They'll tell you I'm up to school all the time, but just sitting down with them, just going through different ideas and showing them that we are present, that we care, and that we love them. That's the first part, coach. So that's what we're diving into right now is when you look at marketing, it's the marketability of the people that you're going to entrust your future with. Can you trust and believe in them and move forward with them?
That's a great answer. I don't know if you're familiar with this artist, but his name is PJ Morton, and he has a song that says "Let go and let God." And what you've said in these moments, as you've given your response, is ideal for that song. Like when things get tough, when things get hard, when you're suffering, you gotta let go and let God make His way and make His vision seen to you and known to you. And as a coach, I love listening to you guys because I've coached before. But when I love listening to or hearing you guys talk about is your purpose, your meaning, and I always ask about. And Coach will tell you, I always ask somebody about their purpose, their meaning, and their mentors. So for you coming into this space at Blade, like what's going to be your purpose? What's going to be your meaning? And what's going to be the thing that you walk away from or hope to walk away from gaining experience and hoping?
Purpose. Having a purpose. I've read this book called The Purpose Driven Life, and it's an amazing book. If you haven't read it, it's man, it's life changing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your purpose is tied to, first and foremost, your calling, and I have wrestled with that in my life. Just to be transparent, right? We all wrestle with those,
Right.
and we wrestle what our calling is. And when you look at the purpose that we have here at Bladensburg and that I'm bringing into Bladensburg, we can concentrate our effort just to Bladensburg, right? When you look at the purpose, my number one purpose for being there is to give those young men and women a blueprint on how, when life is its toughest, how do you persevere and make it through?
Mm-hmm.
If we can get our young men and women to understand that this life is all about trials and tribulations. We're going to go through the fire, but the way that you get back up and the way that you persevere through it is what's going to make you who you are. Coach, you talked about it, and I got the stats here, and I do my research, right. So before I went in there, I went into my stats. Outside of the stat that I never lost to Laurel, we'll get back to that. But when we're looking at the stats, we're talking about in the last 7 years, we've won 10 games.
Mm.
And that right there doesn't make the county look good, but it doesn't make the kids feel good either. So if we're not winning games, are we at least getting graduation rates up? Are we getting GPAs? Are we getting kids to leave there with certifications? If none of that is happening, then from a purpose perspective, we've lost that. So as a new coach there with Coach John and AD Clark, and like I said, the faculty and staff, we're aligning together with what the overall purpose is for the school. And then we talk about what do I plan to leave, what I plan to get from when I leave from this experience, or what I plan to leave behind through this experience. I think the number one thing is impact. Impact is huge. We have to impact them. And looking back at my time at youth ball, that's when you really can see whether you impacted people. And the youth ball will test every last morsel of coach that you are, because you're more than just a coach. You're a babysitter at times, you're a stepfather at times, you are Sometimes with the parents, you're mediating between the two parents to try to figure out who gonna pick the kid up from practice and all of that. So you wear so many different hats, and I don't think that this is any different. And that's why I'm cut from a cloth that allow me to be in this building to be able to make these things happen. But I want to leave behind a trail of impact, positivity, and God fearing drive that's just going to take our kids to the next level and turn them into young men and women that's going to turn around and be back on this podcast talking about the same thing or doing something greater.
Okay.
Yep, good answer there. Good answer there. Let you know I've never lost to Bladensburg either. So
Well, it
just
looks
want to
like
throw
we
that
got
out there.
something. We got
Throw
some
that
work to
out
do
there.
there.
So yeah.
Whatever week you want it, coach. We could do that offline.
Hey,
No, I love it. I love it.
hey man, look, we'll see y'all. Y'all got to come to the 300 this year. So
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna
yep,
gallop right in.
yep. Come on, Gavin, right here, and we got them spears ready for you. So all right, a couple comments before we get you out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Coach Marcus, this is my JV head coach. He said, "Stay the course. You know your
What's
path and
up,
vision."
coach?
Coach Jack checking in.
There we
Welcome
go,
to the stage,
Jack.
Coach Marshall. Who we got here? We got my guy Mike over at Dog Culture.
My God, we
Let's
doing
say
some
hey
amazing
there.
work with him too, man. Mike has been instrumental with the start of what we're doing. So y'all will see. Y'all will see. We might stomp into the 300 with a little bit of dog on us.
Hey, don't worry about it because I was talking to Mike the other day. Mike, I got your text this morning, so we'll be talking. So don't worry,
Hey,
I
we
got
might
your
have
text.
another battle of the dogs. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Who we got here? Daryl Hamilton. Congratulations, coach. 1979 graduate and football player. Let's change them colors back to scarlet hue and white. All right. Thanks, Daryl, for checking in. Um, so, Coach, before we let you go, man, I got one more
Yeah.
guest to get in here, man. Anything you want to say before you jump out of here?
The biggest thing is I thank God for the opportunity to be able to be in front of the young men and women of the high school of Bladensburg, and honestly to represent the county, not now as a head coach, but to represent the county, to represent Douglas High School. Learn so much with those coaches and the things that I've taken. It works. So I'm still in it all. So I told I told Coach Sutton already, like, hey, I'm taking it all. I told P the same thing, told Bill the same thing. I'm still in everything, and we taking it over. And we're gonna add a little twist to it. But just so gracious for them allowing me the opportunity to get back into high school football over there at Douglas High School. Man, love those guys. I'll be rooting for them as well. But man, just Bladensburg, you got something coming. And our phrase this year is "we coming." So to all the teams in the county that is looking for some bump, we ready to bump. For all those teams in the county that think that we were the laughing stock, that is over. For all the teams in the state of Maryland that think that we just gonna be at the bottom of the rankings, no matter what list you looking at, that's done. So I'm telling you right now, we coming, and y'all better come strong too, because it's gonna be a hard football game when you step on the field here in Bladensburg. So I appreciate the opportunity to be on here, guys. Thank y'all so much. And coach, I see you week 4, week 5. We can make that happen. Let's see what goes
Nah,
down.
see, Coach, you got to be on top of your schedule, man.
Oh man.
We week 7, man. We week 7.
I was all right. We can keep it week 7 and flip it.
Yeah, nah,
I'm
that's what
coming
it
out.
is.
Okay. I
Schedule
haven't
already set, man. Schedule
so
already
so I
set.
haven't So I haven't seen the schedule since I know they was talking about making some changes to it. So I saw it, but I wasn't sure if it was going to stay the same or not.
Yeah,
So
we in the second year. You know, they do a 2-year cycle.
the flip
So
flop, right?
this is the second year. So just look at your schedule last year and just flop locations.
That's all.
That'll be your
Cool.
schedule. So yeah, we week 7. Y'all come to us week 7. Um, that's our last home game because our last 2 games on the road. So that'll be our senior night.
Okay.
So y'all coming in on senior night, and Coach, I root for everybody except when we playing each other. So I'm
Same.
gonna wish you luck, but I'm one of the biggest shit talkers there is out there. So good luck on your season. but when you come to the 300, we coming after you. So come
Hey,
on
just
out.
know we coming too. So I suggest all your seniors make sure their mamas have some tissues, cause it
Ah,
ain't
let's
cause it ain't
go.
going to end well. Cause it ain't going to end well. And if
Hey,
you're giving them jerseys, give them the ripped ones that they're gonna leave the field with. All right,
hey,
coach.
hey, look. Our mamas don't give out tissues. They fight too. So they
That's
battle
all
too. So
good.
come on with it.
That's all good. Let's do it then. Well, we gonna be there. We'll see what goal come on top. We'll
Right.
see what happens.
It's only one goal. It's only one goal. All right, coach. Have a good
All
evening,
right.
man. Hey,
Thank y'all.
we're gonna be in
Appreciate you,
touch.
fellas.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
gonna be in
sir.
Thank
touch,
you,
brother.
coach.
All right.
Yes, sir. Talk soon, guys. Thank you.
All right,
All
have a
right.
good one. All right, that's Coach Stephen Marshall, the new head coach of Bladensburg High School. You know, he coming in strong, Midnight Rod. He talking trash, Midnight Rod.
Hey, he ready for you, coach. He
Hey
ready.
man,
So
hey man, that's what I like, man. Bring it on in there, bring that energy, man. And you know, we wish him nothing but the best over there, Blade, man. Like I said, he got a tough job ahead of him, man. But he seemed like he ready for the battle, man. So I wish him all the luck over there. All right, man. We're gonna
so
keep on going. We're gonna add in Mr. Jabrilla Bangura,
Hello, hello, hello. How y'all guys doing today?
2026 senior defensive end at Law High School. What's going on, man?
what's
Doing
going on,
good,
bro?
doing good. How you doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just what I'm saying, watching the game just started, so we're gonna see who's gonna win. I got Miami though.
You got
Sure.
Miami.
Yeah,
Oh man,
sure.
it'd be nice. It'd be nice for him to get back to those days, man. When Miami's good, it's better for college football. But I just can't trust. I don't trust Carson back, man. I just don't. I don't trust him. But
You gonna pull it through. You gonna pull it through.
what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining tonight, man. And
No
you know,
problem.
one of the things since I started this show, Midnight Rider, man. You know, one of the things that I haven't done is had a lot of my guys on. So, you know, coming to this year, man, I said, you know what, I'm gonna start bringing in my guys, starting with my seniors, man, and you know, let them get some shine, man, because these my boys, man, and you know, I'm excited for their next step, man. So, you know, Jabrilla, man, just come on in, man, and just tell us about, you know, your football career, man, and your senior season at Law.
My senior season, I feel like I had a great senior season. Even though like I missed out on one game, I feel like I kind of left it all out there, helped out the team for sure, vocally, because I feel like in the start of the season, we didn't really had enough leadership or like someone that could really step up and be there vocally. But I felt like I took that under my shoulders. I think it was one game where I unleashed and like everyone was just we were all finally on the same page because like before we was just not together as a team, not really disciplined. But I felt like it was just one game that took for everyone to just be close together and actually understand the assignment. But I feel like my senior season was pretty good. I know there's could have been a lot more things that I could have done different, but you know, it's just one step at a time. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity and just getting ready for college.
So you rock the deuce, right? You 22, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you my guy, dog. I rock with you, man. Nah, I tell you, I'm gonna tell you this every time I see you, bruh. Um, there are kids that I appreciate, and you was all effort, all energy. So I'm gonna ask you this question: um, what makes you love football?
Um, the thing that makes me love football is just, I mean, I just say my grandma, my grandma, she's just someone that's been there for me. And then I feel like I want to just do this for her. And I feel like, cause at first, like she wanted me to be a soccer boy, but then she found out, fell in love with football. And I feel like just leaving it all out there for my grandma is just going to means a lot to me. So I feel like that's why I have a chip on my shoulder. Just want to be successful for my grandma for sure.
Okay. So who's like your player, the football player that you like try to emulate or try to be like?
I'll definitely say like like a Miles Garrett. He's very versatile. I mean, you see how he was this year. He went a little crazy, but
A
definitely a
little bit.
Miles Garrett for sure. So for
Okay.
sure.
Coach, what you got, coach?
You know, give you a little background on my guy Jabrilla, man. You know, and he came out, JV years, ninth grade year, man. He was he was one of those tweener guys. We had him on the O line. Um, he really didn't like it, but he played it. But he's one of those guys, man. He's not the tallest man. Um, he's not the biggest, but he's one of those guys that's gonna come show up to practice every day. He's gonna show up to games every day. He's coachable. I had to cuss him out a couple of times, but that's what I do. Um, but he has one of those motives, man, that he's just gonna go. And he worked hard in the off season, man. He was like, his junior year, he was a little tweener, man. We tried him to move him at linebacker early in the season. But he's like, man, that's not my fit. He went down to the DN, man, and he just loved it, man. And he took a hold of it this year, man. How many sacks you finished with last season, your junior season?
Junior season, I think I had like 7, 6.
Yeah, like 6 or 7. And he just kept working, man. He just kept working and getting better, man. And he had a great season this year, man. And he made the senior all-star game this year.
All right.
For us, man, as a DN, man. And what else you do? Whatever accolades you get this season.
I got defensive MVP for week 1.
Mm-hmm.
It really meant a lot to me for sure. Showed like I really
Right.
worked very hard.
Right. So you're in the process now, man, of going through the recruiting process. And as it's been stated on this show many a times, and it was stated earlier, high school recruiting has changed due to the portal. There's not many opportunities out there for kids, and they're coming out their senior year, so it's a struggle. So how has the recruiting process been for you so far?
I say the recruiting process, it's just been very slow because a lot of schools, they're really looking for more portal guys. But there's some schools that definitely reached out to me, and I definitely reached out to them as well. But it's just been very slow. But now it's starting to pick up a little bit more, and like more schools are just being more like me and the schools are just talking back even more now.
So what
So
kind
it
of
is.
schools are you getting conversations with? Are you getting like D4s or schools in the Power Four? Are you getting like the Western Kentucky's lower level schools? Where's your interest coming from?
I'll say most of my interest coming from is in the Pennsylvania area. It's mainly like D3 schools. So right now I have like a couple of D3s and like 2 D2s right now that are just looking at me for right now.
Okay.
Yep, he just went on a visit this weekend to Shenandoah
Okay.
University up there, and he received an offer from them. So that makes I don't even remember how many you got right now. There's at least 3 or 4 right now,
Yeah.
and he had a couple of coaches that reached out recently. He's in communications with Bowie State right now. Um, Gettysburg College just reached out about him, so it's starting to pick up, man. The portal just ended last week. So now schools are starting to come back to the class of 26 in high school. So things are going to be picking up in these next 2-3 weeks, especially with signing day opening up on February 1st.
So what are you
So
looking for from a school?
I'm just looking for somewhere like it feels like home, where I feel more comfortable. Like I want to
Okay.
go to a school that gives me the most love. I mean, a lot of schools are obviously going to give you the most love, but I want to feel comfortable at the school. Like it's not a lot of pressure to me. Like I wanted to feel like it's something close to home, so where like I can just enjoy and like, be myself instead of having restrictions.
Thank you, man.
yep. So going back to your high school career, man, just tell me what you enjoyed most about playing at Law High School for the 300.
I'll definitely say the most fun that I had being at the 300 was definitely I'll say the practices because like I feel like it's a lot of times where we always goof off. I mean, you see us goof off all the time, but I feel like that's when we're like all close as a team. But I feel like it's more different from game day, but I feel like practice you can see everyone working at their hardest. You see everyone being motivating and like you see everyone working really hard. So I feel like the practice is just it's something that I'm really gonna miss for sure.
You got another one, Midnight?
Just over the course of the season, what's the game that you felt like you had the biggest impact?
Um, the game that I feel like I had to make the most impact. That's a great question.
Hey, I do dope shit.
I say, I mean, I would say I have two games. I say Northwestern is one of them. I feel
Yep.
like Northwestern game was just a great game. I feel like I was just all over the floor. Like I was going out there doing anything. Like coach told me to pull me to the side, tell me do this, when exactly did it. And it was just like I felt like I had no restrictions. Like I was just out there playing ball. And like I had a flow state. And then another game I say is definitely the Wise game for sure.
Yep.
Even though we didn't win that Wise game, I felt like I was open up for anything. Like coach pulled me to the side. He said, "We might need you to play online." I said, "For sure, like no questions." I mean, I just want to play football. Just want to go out there, play my best, and just saying one day get recruited. Be able to just look coachable because I don't want to just say no to anything because I'm open up for anything and just want to get the job done. So I feel like that Wise game. I had a couple good plays, a couple deflections, and it's just like, so I just left it all out there.
All right, so on this show, Midnight Riders come to a few of our games throughout the season, right? And he
Mhm.
thinks that I have a bad attitude as a coach.
I
Tell
know.
tell this guy here how nice of a person and a coach that I am.
Nah, cause why I'll be honest. You are a nice guy. You're a nice guy, but sometimes you could be a little bit too much at some times. But it's all love at the end of the day. It's all love. It's all love. So you're just trying to get us better. It's not like you're trying to like cuss us out. You're just trying to get us better and get it to that same zone as just like you.
So you supposed to help me out a little bit more on that one. But
I can't.
I still
I
can make you
can't.
run hills. Don't worry about that. You ain't left the
I'm
building
fine.
yet. Oh, a couple comments here real quick. Coach Craig checking in, saying Jabrilla love coaching this young man, willing to play where he was needed most.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coach Mark checking in. Jib. Who's that right there?
That's Taven.
Yeah, Taven checking in. Yep, 822. Coach Rick's checking in, saying my man. Hold on, my phone. Coach Imani checking in. She right upstairs. I don't know why she just don't come sit next to me, but she checking in. She said, "Hey, Jib."
Hey, Coach Imani.
Now she want to talk shit. She talking about me throwing iPads, hats, and clipboards.
Now, what game was that?
That's
Everyone.
Scaring the
Yeah,
poor cheerleaders on the sideline. See, she's supposed to be on my side, but it'd be
nah,
your own
I
people.
that,
Be your
that
own
Potomac
people.
game. That Potomac game.
Yes,
He was a little
sir.
scary.
Yes,
That
sir.
Potomac game. He was a little scary. He was a little scary.
He was at like the 50-yard line, dog.
Yeah, he was a little scared that Potomac game.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Okay.
Coach Marcus got a question. Do you wish Coach Powell let you run the rock?
Of course. I feel like if we were like 3 yards from the end zone or like 2, should have just gave me the rock. Felt like it. Or at least let me get a 2-point conversion. I was always standing by Coach Stacy every time.
See, that's the problem. You standing by Coach Stacy.
And I was calling you. I was calling your name, but you looked back at me and you waved me off.
Man, look. Y'all know Coach Devon be in the zone during game days, so hey man, I don't know what y'all be asking me sometimes. Coach Mark got another question. Last question. If you could talk to freshmen, what would you say?
No, I think the question is if you could talk to freshman you. What would you say to you?
Oh, yeah. Okay, if you
Freshman me.
talk to you can talk to you,
Yeah.
Jabrilla as a freshman. What would you say?
I'll say
Question.
just stay in that zone. Like, don't always look down on yourself. I feel like because sophomore year was my toughest year. Being on varsity for the first time, like I didn't really know much. And at one point in time, I wanted to quit and I wanted to play JV, but I felt like if I talk to myself my freshman year, just keep working. Don't look back. Always keep working. Always be able to understand or just be coachable. Don't talk back. Just be able to listen and then, because you never know who's looking in the stands. And I feel like if I worked a little bit more harder, I'll be like, even though I'm successful right now, I would be even way more successful like in the future. But I feel like if I talk to myself my freshman year, I'll just say, just keep working hard. Don't look back. Just keep looking forward. For sure.
Yeah, your sophomore year, and I had this conversation with you. And midnight, you've been around me long enough now to know that I'm a straight shooter.
Yep.
And I would when his sophomore year, I was still the head JV coach, and he had got pulled up on varsity, which I thought was a stupid decision at that point, only because of where I envisioned him playing at on the varsity level and what he needed to work on as far as his development. And the coach at the time brought him up on varsity and then didn't play him really. When he did get to play, he played offensive guard, and I think honestly that was a setback to him because of where I seen him transition into. So I told him during that season, I was like, man, look, I know you're excited to be up on varsity or whatever because everybody's goal is to make varsity, but you need to be back down here on JV. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, and I think that and like it wasn't a big setback, but it was a small setback that I think you needed that JV year just to help you with your transition from being a lineman because you weren't going to be a lineman in varsity.
Yeah.
Like you're strong enough to do it, but physically you're not a lineman. So I felt like that was something that shouldn't have happened with you, but it is what it is. You persevered, you toughed it out that season. Like I said, you opened up and you was willing to do whatever you needed to do to get on the field, man, and that's just the type of kid you are. You one of those kids that no matter what, you're gonna voice your opinion, but at the end of the day, you're gonna do what you need to do to help out the masses and not just yourself. So I always appreciate that about you.
Appreciate it, coach.
Nah,
Let's see
it's
who else.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go,
Go.
go ahead. Go ahead, Midnight. I can get to them in a sec. Go
No,
ahead.
no, no. One of the things as an observer, I think if you remember at the PG County Smack game, I came up to you and I told you, like you was one of my dudes, dog. I love me some deuce, because you played with heart and you left it on the field, and you gave them whatever you needed to give them. And I want to say that to you, just in this conversation, like dog, I rock with you. Like coach to tell you, I'm at if y'all got a home game, I'm probably there 9 times out of 10, and I rock with you, and I thought you were were my favorite player. Well, you are my favorite player because of the way you represent yourself. So that's not
Appreciate
even
it.
a
Appreciate
question.
it
That's
all.
just me acknowledging you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's one of those hardworking guys. Out of all my guys, everybody gets cussed out equally, but he's one of the ones that I didn't have to so much.
Right. Yeah, no, I see it, dog. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing, man. And I'd see him on the sideline banging his head because he's upset or he's frustrated, but I knew where it was coming from. Like it was
Right.
always a place of I want to do more and I want to be better. So like when I see kids like that, I gravitate to them because that's the kind of athlete you want in your building.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was one game this year he wanted to fight me though.
Oh, it's probably two.
Yeah, there was one game. Me and him went back and forth pretty hard at halftime, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was last year. That was the Northwestern homecoming.
Was it? Was it
Yeah,
last year?
it was last year Northwestern game. Yeah, we went back at it. We went back and forth, but it was all love right after that.
Yeah, he saw he realized what I was trying to say to him at the end of the day. So, Coach Wicks checking in again. He said, "Proud of you, young man."
Thank you, thank you.
Coach Wicks also said, "Your first year playing varsity, I told you on the sideline that you were too big to be sitting on this bench." That's one of
Mm-hmm.
Coach Wicks' sayings. He tell people in a heartbeat, "You too big to be over here sitting on the sideline."
Yeah.
Coach Jaden checking in, Powell yelling at us not to break the headset as he throws the headset. See, Jaden ready to get fired too. Um, Coach Rowe checking in. Coach Rowe said, "Yeah, Jib."
Coach Rowe, how you doing, man?
Yep. So, well, man, what's one thing? And I'm gonna let you get out of here soon, so we all can go watch this game, man. But you know, tell the college coaches out there right now, that's recruiting you right now, that wants you to be in their program. What are they getting out of Jabrilla Bangura, defensive end from Law High School?
I'm gonna say like y'all are getting a dog for sure. I mean, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to learn. Even though if things are gonna be tough, I'm always gonna push myself forward. I'm not just gonna give up. Even though I might be at my lowest, I'm still gonna fight through it and still be successful and be that person that I want to be. Because at the end of the day, I want to be successful and I just want to get wins. For sure. So you're just gonna get a dog out of me for sure.
I
You
like
got
that.
anything to close out with them, Midnight?
Nah. He answered that question the best way you can, so I'm good.
Hey, man. Well, you my guy, Jabrilla, and
Hmm.
it don't stop just because the season's over with, man, and you about to graduate.
Yeah.
Me, I'm always a phone call away, and we got some more work to do these next couple of weeks.
Hmm.
Um, me personally, I already think you found your home, but I'll keep that to myself. Um, but good luck with the rest of the recruiting process, man, and it's senior year, man, but don't chill on the grades. Keep
Hmm.
focusing on that, man, and doing everything to make your mom and your grandmother and them proud, man, and looking forward to see you make your decision, and just wishing you the best, brother.
All right, coach. Appreciate you guys a lot.
All
Yeah,
right.
man. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like I told you before, man, and I'll say it to you every time I see you. You were definitely one of my favorite players this year. So yeah, nothing but love, bro.
Thank you.
All right, man. You have a good one, brother, and I'll talk to you shortly.
All right, coach.
All right, that's Jabrilla Bangor, senior defensive end at Law High School. Checking in with us, man, and I love all my guys, Midnight Rider. I'm hard on them, but I'm realistic with them, man, and I want to see them all succeed. I'm hard on them because it's coming from a place of love. Um, and I always tell people, if I'm not yelling at you, if I'm not wasting my time cussing you out, then that means I ain't got no love for you. So just
Dude,
don't take the delivery.
so it's so funny you said that because I used to tell my kids that when I was coaching basketball all the time. I said if one of our coaches ain't yelling at you or arguing with you, then we gave up on you. So I love that statement.
Right. If I go quiet, that mean I done lost interest. I ain't wasting my
Yep.
time on you. So
Yes, indeed.
I tell them, take the message, man. Don't take the delivery. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the message comes from love, man, and and as a coach, I want to win. I'm a sore loser. I can tell you that right now. I'm a sore loser, but everything I do pushing these kids is for them. To make them succeed. Because if they're succeeding as a player, a person, then I succeed. I look good as a coach. So, that's why I said, this year, man, I got to start spotlighting some of my seniors, man, because this is a class, man, where we had 21 seniors, man, and I think we're going to get 7 of them signed this year. So that'll be a big improvement from what we've had in the past with the law football program, man, and I'm excited for these guys, man. So I'm gonna start spotlighting them a little bit more because got nothing but love for them.
Hey man, there's a great saying from the movie Gladiator. Says, "What we do in life echoes in eternity." That's it.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
Yep. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's a great quote to get out of here on too, Midnight Ride.
Hey man, I
But
keep telling you, I do dope shit.
Yeah, hey, hardest working man in podcast land, man. But before we go, let's go ahead and give the people, like we do every week, give the people where they can find the hardest working man in podcast land this week.
Well, I'll give you the network schedule. So tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tuesday? We got Unapologetic Sports at 6:30. We have the Tuesday night flight at 7:45. Wednesday, we have Nothing But Net starring myself and C. Perry, where we give you a old school view of the new school basketball that is played right now. Wednesday night at 8, we got Jack Carr in the passenger seat. And then Thursday, I think we're going at 7:15. We have a special show called the Commander's Couch. And on the Commander's Couch, you get to lay down, give your grievances. It's like Festivus. You get 2 minutes to air your grievances with the season that happened just now with the Commanders. You can cuss,
more than 2 minutes.
you can cry. It don't matter. Just be available, and we got it. We're gonna make it happen. And we'll give you more time, Coach, because you on the list. So you can air out everything you got to air out, Coach. It's all good.
Gotcha. Oh, you ain't finished yet. We still got
Saturday. We got the Gridiron airing at 11:30, which is the greatest fictitious college football show in the world, Craig. Saturday night, we got the WrestleManiacs at 9 p.m. And then Sunday morning, as Coach Mark loves to say, there's no better way to start your week off than with the Sunday Rise. So we got the Sunday Rise at 11 a.m. on Sunday morning. There you go.
All right. And coming up next week on the Pretenders and Contenders Coaches Show, we got another great show lined up. I will have another one of my seniors come on and spotlight them next week. Coach Mitch is going to join us next week as well. She took a little days off. She went to the movies today, Midnight Rider. She didn't invite us to the movies later, but she went to the movies today. So, I'm gonna have to give her some shit about that one. And she'll be back on next week with us. We also got Coach Ed Allen, the head coach at Frederick Douglass High School Wrestling. He's coming on to talk about his program and what they got going on this season. And then we also got my guy and your guy from the highly opinionated podcast land. We got Josh jumping in with us.
Oh, okay.
Josh gonna come in and spend a little time with us, and talk some sports. With my guy Josh. So, yep. So looking forward to that, man. Next week's show, and we'll keep it rolling.
Yes, sir. For sure, man.
All right.
Happen.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end it now, so we can go check out this game, man, and see how this gonna shake out, man. And y'all stay safe out there, man. It's gonna be some weather this week, so make sure y'all ain't doing nothing crazy. Keep your family safe and warm, and we'll catch y'all next week. Appreciate it.
We out.